Now, there is no secret as to what we're going through in our daily lives right now. Everything is shut down. Well, a lot of places are shut down. Businesses can't operate and they're losing money and all that stuff. And there's a lot of places that are affected due to the circumstances. And one of the places are movie theaters, who have been shut down for basically like a month now. And certain theaters are just going through it. AMC is basically at the top of the list of a theater that may not open back up when things are allowed to open back up. And so with that, Universal decided to take one of their properties, Trolls World Tour, one of their movies, and because it's not going to be shown in theaters, besides taking it off the release date and maybe pushing it down further down the line like a lot of studios have been doing, they decided to put it for VOD at a rental fee of $20 for a 48-hour period if you start watching it, but you could keep it for 30 days unwatched, and you have a whole month in order to watch it. Now, with that said, that came out Easter weekend. I've seen Trolls World Tour. My review is up on my channel. You can go ahead and check that out. I'm going to put the link in the description. And so, in a sense, I guess you could say this was like a testing ground to see if big movies can, thrive on VOD releases, and can, in the future, studios take their big tentpole movies, take them from where, they would have made a lot of money on the movies in the theaters. Can they put them straight to streaming or VOD, and can they make the same amount of money? I already gave my thoughts on it, why it wouldn't work. And I have some more thoughts. I'm not going to get into it too much on this podcast, but I will make a separate video just explaining how I think that could happen. But in any case, Trolls World Tour, one of the things that basically was a problem was, as I stated before, piracy. If you even bringing it out for rental fee of $20 or whatever, a lot of people, it's going to make it easier for them to record it and just distribute it throughout the internet and everything else for people to watch, and they don't have to pay the $20. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They want a good, clean copy and all that stuff. So a lot of households have been renting the movie, and not only renting the movie one time, they've rented it maybe 3 or 4 times after that, which is a lot of money. It is a lot of money when you look at it. $20 per rental. And the main reason is because these are the people that have kids. I can't see a grown adult paying $20 3 times to rewatch Trolls World Tour. That floats your boat. That floats your boat. But in any case, a lot of these households have children that loves these movies. My friend, actually, I know several people. My sister have kids that more than likely will want to rewatch Trolls World Tour. I have a friend. She likes these movies, and she would not mind buying this for her and her son. And I have another friend, a coworker, whose daughter loves the movie. So you got people like that have kids that just want to watch and rewatch. And that's where the problem comes in with the $20 rental fee. But at the same time, it doesn't pose really too big of a problem as of yet, because parents have been spending the money, and a lot of them just look at it as yo, this is for my child. If my child is happy, it's good. And then a lot of times I even read a tweet about somebody basically saying that this was a gold mine because their kids fighting all that stuff, and this was the only thing that really set them down. It kept them quiet for an hour and a half plus. So, I mean, a lot of parents are kind of benefiting from it. And so far, this movie has did over 50 million within the first 6 days of it being released. Now, that's not saying too much. Because the numbers, when you look on the internet, is kind of weird or whatever. But it's the budget is 90 to 100 million. And even before everything happened, it wasn't really like, I don't know, like the studios wasn't expecting for it to do more than the first film. They expected it to do like what, 20 to 35 million dollar opening or whatever. They didn't expect it to do too much anyway. So I guess in their line of thinking it was that this is the perfect time to, place a movie out like this and see if this actually works. Let it be the guinea pig. And so far, it looks like it could work in some cases, but the only thing is that this is special circumstances. Like, so it's like putting this out when people are able to go to the movie theaters is a totally different monster. But as of right now, it's showing certain numbers, that it can work. It shows that it can work. And can this work for other movies? Like I said, this is special circumstances that people are indoors majority of the time. Certain people can't go to a job that is essential, like work, that they actually can still go to work. Certain people are stuck at the crib. A lot of them are stuck at the crib with their kids. So when it comes down to this, we'll have to, maybe a movie studio could do this in the future to see how it goes, maybe another test, but this will go down in history as a movie, the first movie to do something like this, like a major film. I mean, I know other movies have done it where they had simultaneous, you can rent it on VOD as well as see it in theaters, but those were movies that were like indie and, low budgeted and stuff. So when it comes down to it, this is really just the first start of it. And I guess we'll have to see where it goes. But right now, I mean, it's doing successfully in the VOD marketing or whatever, in the market or whatever. And how it's going to fare, long term, we'll see. But they're keeping their eyes on the numbers and just how it's doing through like rentals and all that stuff. But I think this is kind of good for right now, but I don't know. I still have my doubts of, VOD, being sent straight to VOD, big budgeted movies, not really having, a good footing in that market as well, to make the money back that they put into marketing and just the budget of the movie. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.